What's happening, guys? What's going on? YouTube, you guys have tuned into Rules for Rebels, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about Mark Cuban and the Dallas Mavericks announcing that fans will be able to buy tickets with DogeCoin as well as buy merchandise and memorabilia with DogeCoin. So kind of an interesting story here, kind of an exciting story here. And before we really hop into this, just wanted to mention the Nano giveaway with every video we're doing. If you go ahead and drop a Nano address or a WeNano username down below, I will be giving 0.1 Nano to at least 5 people. A lot of times I wind up giving it to 5, 7, 10 people per video, so a lot of times I go a little bit overboard, but just drop a WeNano username or a Nano address, and every video we're going to be giving that out. I had asked in a video the other day if you guys would like to see this done with DogeCoin as well. Maybe we could alternate back and forth, not NAV and or Doge. Let me know if you guys have an interest in Doge as well. Before we get into this story, a couple things I wanted to talk about really briefly. So one thing I kind of noticed in the crypto space, the crypto community, is a lot of people are kind of starting to get like a little bit bitter or angry or annoyed or something like that, you know, billionaires and bankers and really kind of that things are going mainstream. Like, oh, you know, fuck Mark Cuban. You know, he was against Bitcoin before, like, you know, what a bandwagon or things like that. And, you know, I get it. Like, I kind of feel the same way as well to an extent. I know Mark Cuban used to talk a lot of shit about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, and now all of a sudden he's lecturing Peter Schiff about how Bitcoin's better than gold. Like, I think in a lot of ways Mark Cuban is doing it to hop on a trend. He's culture hacking. He's trying to bring more attention to his team, more attention to himself and his personal brand. But at the end of the day, I think one thing we have to remember is this is what we all wanted, right? Like back in, you know, I don't know how long you guys have been in the game for, but back when I first got started in crypto in like 2013, you know, we were all looking for mass adoption. We were trying to spread the word. And, you know, in 2015, 2016, and 2017 bull run, we were all pushing for mass adoption. And now that mass adoption is kind of happening, a lot of people are like, you know, we don't want these other people in the space. I don't know exactly what it is. If any of you guys have an explanation, let me know. I tend to feel the same way about a lot of things. You know, think about when you have like a favorite band or a favorite comedian or something like that. And like when they're nobody, when they're underground, you love introducing new people to them. But then as soon as they wind up going mainstream, it's like, oh, you know, you're one of the new fans of so-and-so. Or, oh, you know, he's sold out, he's gone mainstream. And it's like you were trying to turn everybody onto this musician or this band. And now that everybody's kind of turned onto them, you're mad that everybody kind of knows about them. So I don't know what that is in terms of like psychology or sociology, why we are that way. But it's just kind of an interesting thing. It's not really unique to crypto. Let me plug in and charge here. A couple other just kind of random thoughts and things like that before we kind of hop into today's story. And we'll talk a little bit about Dogecoin and kind of my start with Dogecoin as well. But I've been messing around with OpenSea and Rarible and some of these art marketplaces. Here's kind of my thoughts on the NFT thing just in a quick nutshell. First off, everything's going to crash and the space is kind of stupid right now. B, that doesn't mean that you can't make money in it. Here would be my advice to anybody who wants to get started in NFTs. Pick a lane and stay in it. So I had a chance to play around with that Top Shot basketball NFT or whatever that is. Set up an account, logged in. All the packs were sold out. I didn't feel like buying some ridiculously priced video clip or card or whatever on the marketplace. So maybe I'll check back when packs are released again and I can spend $9 and maybe have a shot at getting something big. Still don't fully understand the space, but here's kind of my point in a nutshell. If you are into music, I know Kings of Leon are releasing like an NFT album. If you are into music, buy NFTs that are in the music space. If you are into sports or you're into basketball, buy NFTs in the basketball space. If you're into art, buy NFTs in the art space. There's just way too much stuff going on in the NFT space right now. There's way too much to keep track of. If you're not a basketball fan and you try to start messing around on Hot Shot, which is pretty much exactly what I was trying to do the other night, you know, it's just not going to work out for you. You don't know what players are in demand. You don't know what teams are popular. I probably couldn't name you 3 NBA players off the top of my head, right? Like I'd probably say like Kobe, or shit, Kobe's dead. See, I guess we proved it right there. LeBron James, and I probably couldn't name you any other players besides that. I could give a shit about basketball. So it wouldn't really be a smart idea for me to invest in NFTs in the basketball place because I don't, the basketball space, because I don't really know what the hell I'm doing. I may try to buy a couple packs and just hope that I get like a lotto ticket, type card or video clip in there. But probably not something I'm going to dive heavily into. I do think that probably 95% of all NFTs, 99% of all NFTs out today will probably not go anywhere. The way that I see NFTs actually being successful is like assets in video games, digital worlds, things like that, things that actually have some utility. I actually got an offer to buy one of my NFT art pieces the other day. I was really shocked by that. I think I was selling it. I initially put some stuff up for crazy prices, like tens of thousands of dollars. Then I edited things down to, I don't know, anywhere from $100, $200, $50, $20. Somebody made an offer to me. I think they wanted to buy my NFT artwork for, I don't know, $10 or $15. And I probably should have known this, but I didn't, I know it costs money. It costs gas fees to mint something and put it up on a marketplace. I didn't realize that when somebody wants to buy something, essentially the process of them buying or me transferring it to them is also going to cost gas fees as well. I suppose I should have thought about that because it is a transaction or something being recorded on the blockchain, but it just didn't occur to me. And with gas fees where they are right now, last night when I checked, I think it was going to cost me $35 or $45 to sell this, $10 or $15 piece of art. I was almost going to do it just because I figured the way that algorithms on selling platforms work, if I get one sale under my belt, if one person is interested and buys it, most likely what's going to happen is it's going to kind of give me a little bit of a boost in the algorithm, and it's more likely that somebody else will wind up seeing it and or buying it down the road. So I almost thought about taking like a $20 loss to sell this piece, but when I went and checked this morning, and I think it must have been glitching or something, they wanted a $1,500 gas fee when I checked this morning. I'm guessing that was inaccurate, or my MetaMask or Rarible or something like that was glitching, but it was even crazier this morning. The other thing that's kind of cool about Rarible is if I sell a piece, I'm going to get money off that first sale, but also as that item is consecutively sold down the road, I believe I get a 10% royalty on those as well. But I thought it was kind of promising. I didn't think any of my own NFT artwork would actually get any traction, get any interest, get any buyers, and I actually did have somebody make a bid, albeit about 50% what I was asking, and with the gas fees being about 4 times what I was going to actually get for the art piece. But nonetheless, I thought that was somewhat promising. DogeCoin, let's talk a little bit about DogeCoin. I didn't even realize it, but DogeCoin was one of the first cryptocurrencies that I ever bought. I bought it on cryptorush.in. I talked about this the other day. If any of you guys remember a coin called Lightning Coin, let me know. Obviously I'm trying to remember back 7 years or something like that, but back during the Olympics, the Jamaican bobsled team didn't have enough money to go to the Olympics, and I could have sworn there was a coin called Lightning Coin that basically people used to raise money for the Jamaican bobsled team. However, when I Google this story, everything about the Jamaican bobsled team was Dogecoin. So maybe I'm misremembering things. Maybe there was a different coin called Lightning Coin. I was going to say I've never really been a huge fan of Dogecoin, but looking back, I was buying Dogecoin on cryptorush.in. So I guess I was in it back in the early days. Over the years, I haven't really been a fan of Dogecoin. I know a lot of people criticize Dogecoin as, that coin was started as a joke. And that was true back then. I think Elon Musk brought a ton of attention to Dogecoin. Now Mark Cuban's talking about it. You're getting kind of a lot of other, it's just kind of gone viral. And one of the unique things about Dogecoin, I feel like most cryptocurrencies have people who love it and have people who hate it, right? Like there's people who love Nano, and then there's people who hate Nano because the Nano community is kind of a big circle jerk, and everybody is always kind of shilling the coin. So, some people love Nano, some people hate Nano. You have some people who love Bitcoin. You have other people who say, yeah, Bitcoin was the first, props to it for that, but it's slow, it sucks, there's nothing else you can do on it, fuck Bitcoin. Pretty much every cryptocurrency has people who love it and people who hate it. And one thing about Dogecoin, you got people who love Dogecoin, but I don't think anybody really hates Dogecoin, right? You have people who are like, not really my cup of tea, I probably wouldn't invest in it, but I don't really have any negative feelings towards it. And a buddy had recently asked me about Dogecoin probably a couple months ago, and he was like, I bought some Dogecoin, and he's somebody who's brand new to crypto, and I was like, you know what, man, I'm like, that's cool, trade it, whatever. I said, just to give you a heads up, like that coin was started as a joke. I wouldn't necessarily consider it a serious investment or put a ton of money into it. And my feelings about it is kind of slowly changing. I don't know that anyone's going to get rich off of DogeCoin, but I think it's a fun coin. I like how low priced it is, that people can get in cheap, and kind of like I've said a lot about the early days of crypto and the early days of the Bitcoin community, when people used to give away coins to people to kind of get them interested, give away coins to people to help them learn about how cryptocurrencies work. I think DogeCoin has the potential to be something to kind of grow the crypto community, a fun thing for giveaways. It kind of brings everybody together, and like I said, nobody really hates it. All that rambling out of the way, let's talk a little bit about this article. So Mark Cuban says fans can use DogeCoin to buy Dallas Mavericks tickets and merchandise. DogeCoin is nearly worthless, but it can buy you a ticket to an NBA game and an NBA jersey. Mark Cuban, owner of the NBA's Dallas Mavericks, announced the team would accept the cryptocurrency as payment for tickets and team merchandise. The story was picked up by news outlets nationwide, including Bloomberg, Forbes.com, Business Insider, CoinDesk, and the New York Post. And if any of you guys are wondering why Mark Cuban is doing this, it's because of this article and the 5 other articles on major media platforms that were mentioned. This is free publicity. Not only is it free publicity, but also I think the basketball community, the basketball fans community, is kind of getting interested in crypto and blockchain and things like that because of these Top Shot NFTs. And so it's a way to, he kind of sees a trend happening, and he's trying to kind of be one of the teams, one of the team owners, one of the leaders, to really kind of get in front of this trend. And it's also free publicity. And, that's something that I've been talking to a lot of my clients about. I do digital marketing, I do e-commerce, I'm an e-commerce manager for some different companies. And one of the things that's kind of, that I've been kind of encouraging a lot of people to do is like start accepting cryptocurrency. And a lot of people are like, oh, I don't think anyone's really going to pay in it, or I don't really understand it, or why would I do that? It seems like a headache. And here's what I tell people, right? There is literally zero downside to accepting cryptocurrency. If you use BitPay or some other of these services, even if you don't want to hodl cryptocurrency, even if you don't want to be subject to the volatility of cryptocurrency, you can literally have your money the second somebody pays you, it's instantly converted into fiat. So for all intents and purposes, it's really not much different than you accepting a credit card. You're not subject to the swings of crypto or the volatility of it. There are a lot of websites out there like Buy with Bitcoin or payinbitcoin.com or something like that, that basically list places that you can spend your Bitcoin. So if you are in an industry where not a lot of people are accepting cryptocurrency, you could be the only person in that industry to accept cryptocurrency. You can also run around getting yourself listed on a lot of these different, websites or indexes that show where people can spend their cryptocurrency. And every time you get listed on one of those, it counts as a backlink. Companies are paying anywhere from maybe on the low end $30 to thousands of dollars for a single backlink. I had hit up the Hoth recently looking for a DA50 plus, that's domain authority. I had hit up the Hoth looking for a DA50 plus either guest post or backlink. They wanted $500. So I don't know what the DA is, the domain authority is of these sites that list like where to buy cryptocurrency. But it's an easy way to rack up directory backlinks that way. And also, if somebody in your industry, somebody winds up doing a write-up about, oh my gosh, XYZ company is accepting Bitcoin or accepting Litecoin or accepting Nano or accepting cryptocurrency in general, you're going to get some free press and some free media for it as well. Now, accepting crypto today isn't quite as much of a novelty as it would have been, back in 2015, 2014, 2013, but you still likely will get some free press out of it. And that's free attention, free advertising, and also some backlinks. As far as Mark Cuban saying that the Mavs will actually hang on to or hodl the DogeCoin, it's kind of a no-brainer. The percentage of people who are going to be paying in DogeCoin is going to be next to nothing. It's going to be, I think it's going to be pretty insignificant, like probably less than 1%. So now Mark Cuban gets to look like a huge supporter to the cryptocurrency community. Oh my gosh, not only is Mark Cuban going to take Bitcoin, or not only is Mark Cuban going to take DogeCoin, but he's not even going to flip it right away. He's going to hodl it. He's a true believer. And in reality, it's like, insignificant to their bottom line. Let's get back to the story. Let's see, where did we miss anything? So we talked about how the story was picked up by those outlets. Is it any wonder this guy's a billionaire? The Mavericks have decided to accept Dogecoin as payment for Mavs tickets and merchandise. One very important earth-shattering reason, Mark Cuban said, because we can. We have chosen to do so because sometimes in business you have to do things that are fun, engaging, and hopefully generate a lot of PR. And that's kind of what we talked about, right? That's why he's doing it, for the free publicity. Cuban said, so I think we will take Dogecoin today, tomorrow, and possibly forevermore. Cuban expounded on Dogecoin in a tweet. Dogecoin is less than a dime. You can buy $1 worth or $10 worth and have fun watching it all day, every day, he tweeted. Literally, as I say this with all seriousness, it's the best entertainment bang for your buck. Turns out that Dogecoin is the currency of choice for family fun in a Cuban household. I bought a few dollars worth for my son, and we watch it and discuss all its movements and why they occur, Cuban said. It's fun, it's exciting, and it's educational for him. Whatever happened to kids' mock portfolio stuffed with stocks, corporate bonds, and government T-bills? Cuban is one smart entrepreneur. He sold broadcast.com to Yahoo in 1999 for $5.7 billion. The service has since been discontinued. In 2000, Cuban paid $285 million for a stake in the Dallas Mavericks. The team won the NBA championship in 2011, and Forbes now values the team at about $2.3 billion. Dogecoin is difficult to convert to cash or use in commercial transactions, but then parody cryptocurrency was never intended to have any value outside of comedy. Dogecoin gets its name from the Shiba Inu dog, the Doge meme, and the dog's head is featured on just about everything in the cryptocurrency's symbolic coin. Elon Musk, one of the world's richest men, also had fun with Dogecoin. Arguably the most entertaining outcome. The most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth of the future. Musk said earlier this month on Clubhouse, an audio-only app. The quip drove Dogecoin's value about 50% higher. In early trading Friday, Dogecoin changed hands at 0.0549, so just under a nickel. So it's an unlikely addition to your daughter's college fund and probably won't get you a dream house in a snooty zip code. Dogecoin's all-time high is 8 cents or 8.7 cents, CoinDesk reported. Bitcoin recently fetched $48,581. The record high is $58,332. The power of big names to boost cryptocurrency prices is one of the marvels of the digital age. Last month, Elon Musk of Tesla fame drove the price of Bitcoin higher after announcing he had invested $1.5 billion into cryptocurrency. He later gave the Bitcoin market a case of the jitters when he said Bitcoin is almost as BS as fiat money. The keyword is almost. At this point, it's just kind of rambling about Mark Cuban and Elon Musk. So I think we'll cut off the story there. Let me know what you guys think about this one. Drop a comment down below. Be sure to drop a nano address or a WeNano username. If you enjoyed this one, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button below and ring the bell, and we'll catch you on the next one.